Hi, I'm Rose. Join me for a practice. We've got 3 themes here: ground and gather, revolve and rise, and energize and expand. We're going to cover all of these 3 themes with 3 practices for each theme. I'm building this around the full moon, the blue moon in Sagittarius, but you can use this anytime you need to ground and gather, revolve and rise, and energize and expand. So, starting with grounding and gathering, we'll begin with Bhu Mudra, taking your ring finger and pinky finger to touch the tips of your thumb, index and middle finger touch along their length. Roll the shoulders back and down as you reach those fingertips out to the sides. A light pressure through the tips of the fingers. Allow the eyes to soften. And we allow the breath to flow. We are connecting with earth energy. For any transformation to happen, we need to be grounded and centered. So you can imagine now that the fingers are like drinking straws and you are sipping of earth energy. Imagine it drawing up through the fingertips, wrapping around the arm bones, and pouring down into the core of your body with every inhale. And then with every exhale, release whatever is keeping you from feeling grounded, present, fortified, strong, and enduring. Inhaling, drawing in that earth energy, all those qualities of earth energy that you desire. Exhale, releasing any and all obstacles. Every exhale is deepening. And as we inhale, feel the inherent expansion of the inhale. As though we are expanding our internal space so that we may gather the energy we need. And then with the exhale, the spine is very much like the tree trunk that grows out of that stable earth environment. From gathering this grounded energy, begin to plant the seed of your intention. Where are you pointed? Where is your heart pointed? Where is your mind pointed? How do they come together to point at the same destination? It does not mean we are going to get there by the end of class. If we do, awesome. It simply means that we are all parts of ourselves, focused on one point. Through this practice, you are going to affirm this point, this direction you are headed, and give yourself permission to go there. One more deep drawing up of that grounded energy. Know that at any point you have permission to draw that grounded energy in. And then this time as you exhale, release the mudra to sweep the arms up. Yes, on the exhale. Inhale, soften everything here. And we draw the hands to the heart using the sound of Om. Inhale here. And then exhale, open the hands to bring the hands right in front of the shoulders, dropping the elbows. Thumbs are on the outside. And we are going to move into some bellows breath. We're going to clear the space so that we can receive that grounded energy a little more deeply. So, on the inhale, the hands come up, fingers spread wide. Feel free to bring the hands in front. As you exhale, a strong exhale to draw the arms down. And let's go. Keep it slow. We're not running a race with the breath. Soften face. Soften eyes. Keep it even and steady. And here, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up, blow the breath out through the mouth 3 times as you come forward. Bring that navel to spine. Keep it there. Breath is on the outside of the body. Walking yourself up to seated. Release the breath. Allow yourself to breathe naturally. Turn the palms to face up. As you sense your left palm and fingers, sense your right palm and fingers. And we're going to return to our Bu Mudra. Pinky and ring finger touching the tip of the thumb. Index and middle finger extended as you bring fingertips out to the side. We're going to inhale, nice full breath in, bringing in that grounded energy. Exhale, let it all go. And then inhale to 2/3 capacity to retain the breath. Allowing yourself here to be fully connected. Energy, awake, vibrant, yet fully self-contained. Staying with it past the first impulse to release. When the body is ready, allow the breath to release. Release the Bu Mudra as you bring your hands back onto your thighs or lap. Allow the breath to return to nice, full breaths. As you breathe here, notice left cheek and right cheek, the tip of the nose. Notice if perhaps you feel a little more collected, present, as though the cobwebs have cleared from the mind. And you've gathered your focus here on your mat to dive into our practice a little bit more, or perhaps ground into our practice a little bit more. And the invitation here to recall our first rule of yoga, which is always be breathing. Bring your intention, that one-pointed focus, to mind once more as you shift yourself into your table position. You can use a blanket under your knees for support. Spread your fingers wide, pressing into the big mound at the base of your index finger and thumb, the webbing. Knees are hip distance apart. Inhale and expand the back of the heart with breath. Exhale, lengthen the spine as you press down lightly through the knees and the hands. On the inhale, we're rounding the spine so much that we naturally round back to table. Exhale, pressing into knees and hands to lengthen the spine. In table. Inhale. Expand to round through the spine and your table all the way to child's pose. Exhale. Press down, feel the navel engage as you lengthen into table position. Flowing back and forth from child's pose to table. The breath is your guide. Adjusting anything because if it hurts, we don't want to do it. Do less. Feel the shoulder blades moving towards the hips as the spine becomes so long. Feel the expansion as everything gets more open. We're going to do 3 more breaths like this. You do not have to come all the way back to child's pose. When you finish your 3rd breath, extending in your table position, we're going to take the right foot forward between the legs and then lift up to bring your hands to your hips. I'm going to bring some hip opening here. Sagittarius is the centaur and the archer. So we are inviting the bowl of the pelvis, and the bowl of the pelvis is like the bow. The spine is the arrow. So as you are exhaling forward into our Anjaneyasana, or knee down lunge variation, hips move forward equally. Lift your spine a little bit taller. Let your navel move in as you exhale forward. This time we're going to stay forward and you're going to turn towards your right, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your left thigh. If it doesn't work, you can simply bring your hand and we're rotating towards the right, expanding. We're in our expansion here. The palms can come to touch or whatever works. We're revolving. We want to revolve to rise. So, on the next exhale with the sound of yum for the heart, we're going to open the arms wide. Inhaling. Yum. Big breath in. And then exhale. Unwind. Bring that knee back. And remain in table pose for a moment. Just noticing the difference between the right side and the left side. And then with your next exhale, the left foot comes forward between the hands. Bring your hands to your hips, and again we inhale. Equalize the hips as you exhale. Move forward. So it's not just equalizing so one hip is not rotated further forward than the other one, but equalizing so that one hip is not higher than the other. Every inhale rises up. Every exhale extends. And even as we're extending, the spine is still rising up. Okay, now for our revolution. Coming forward, staying there. Right elbow can come to the outside edge of that left thigh. Or you could simply just hold on to the thigh. Taking a breath here. Bring the palms to touch and press. Heart is rotating towards the sky. We're revolving. And then with a yum, we're going to open the arms. Inhaling. Yum. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release all the way back to table pose. Before making any adjustments, remain here, noticing the length in the spine, the engagement, the activity in the legs. And then if you wish, releasing back for 3 breaths in a child's pose. Any variation works. When you finish your 3rd breath, we're rising up again, revolving and rising. This time, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So curling the toes under, inhale and expand into the whole back. And then press into the balls of the feet. Lift the hips up. Keep your feet a little bit wider apart than your hips. Knees are soft and your tailbone is reaching up towards the sky. Inhale, expand the breath into the back of the body. Exhale, press the tailbone up, get longer. Okay, are we ready for our revolution here? We're going to inhale, and then with the exhale, take your left hand and grab a hold of the right ankle. One more breath here. Release. Big breath in. Exhale. Right hand to the left ankle. One more breath here. And then release down. Okay, here comes the fun. If you're not having fun already, bring your feet a little bit closer together. And I'm going to start with my right foot. If you want to start with your left, you're welcome to. Lifting your right foot up. Bend the knee. Let the right foot get heavy. Lift the right hand. Lower that right foot. And here you are in your wild thing. Revolved. Starting to move into our expansion. One more breath. And rotate back over. Okay, ready for the other side. Lift that left leg. Deep breath in. Bend the knee. Let that foot get heavy. Drop it behind you. Reaching up and back. Wild thing. Expanding. One more breath. And revolve back. Downward facing dog. Taking this energize. This rising energy. Walk your feet towards your hands towards your feet. Bend your knees enough for your abdomen to rest on the thighs. We'll take a big breath in. And let it go. Let the head go. You're going to hold the elbows here. Let's sigh it out. 3 sighs. And then bending the knees, lift your head above your heart. This will help equalize the fluids in the body. And then pressing into the feet, rising all the way up. We come into our mountain pose. Feeling perhaps more energized. Notice if you feel taller. We're going to take this energy as we move into our energize and expand portion of our practice. So we're going to start in a 5-pointed star. So feet wider than the hips, toes pointed out, lift and spread your toes. And then with the hands, curl the fingers in, thumb on top, and point those index fingers. Raise the arms. Here you are in the 5-pointed star. Inhale, soften knees. Exhale, press down a little deeper. Think expanding out. As you expand into your full space, what do you need to say yes to today? Yes. And then we're inhaling here. With the exhale, we're going to bend the knees and you're going to shift your mudra into prana mudra. So it's basically Bhu mudra, except the fingers are up. So pinky and ring touching the thumb, index and middle extended up, and you're sinking down. This is our energy. We've expanded with our star. We're energizing things. Giving that yes a little more energy. Okay, we're going to go back and forth between the two. Inhale, 5-pointed star, Tarjani Mudra. Exhale, Utkonasana with Prana Mudra. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, Prana Mudra. Let's add a yes here. Yes. We're saying yes to ourselves. Yes. We're doing 2 more of these. Yes. Yes. Hold here. And then release the hands to the hips. I'm just going to start with my right leg. You can shift. I'm going to keep my right leg bent. Turning the toes out a little more. Turning my left toes in. Coming into the archer. So again, here is the bowl of the pelvis. Spine is long. Bring your hands into prayer position. And then we're going to exhale, open. And instead of staying in our warrior 2, you're going to bend this back arm and point up. Where is your life headed? Right now, give yourself permission to go there. Inhale, bring the arms back. And then again, exhale, lift. My life is headed upward. Feel feet grounded, abdomen drawing in. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands to center. Turn your toes to face forward. And then left toes point out. Right toes move in. Inhale, prayer position. Exhale, reach those arms open, draw the navel in, and then again, bring that back arm up and point the index finger up. Inhale, come together. Exhale, open. You can really draw the bow. 2 more. Always a different option. We don't have to do things the same on both sides. 1 more. That's where I'm going. That's where I give myself permission to go. Onwards and upwards. And then inhale. Coming back. We will come to our cool down and integration. Toes pointed forward. Inhale. And then exhale. Reach the spine long. Tuck the chin a little bit as you drop the head. Bringing hands to the floor or to blocks. Release the head. Let's vibrate the crown of the head with the sound of NG here. Inhaling. 2 more. Heel toe your feet in and release your hips down, coming into a squat. Bring one hand behind to gently release yourself down. And then we'll continue this release all the way down. You can place a blanket underneath your head. Let's do one more hip opener here to release through the hips. So draw the knees in, but draw them open. And it can be as simple as this. Poses don't need to be complicated to be powerful. If your body wants to go a little bit deeper, maybe you can hold the ankles or 2 fingers underneath the big toes, drawing your heels in line with your knees and rocking. Let's take 2 more sighing out breaths here. And when you finish, release the legs. Allow the feet to come all the way down. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, release everything, everything, everything. The knees can remain bent with the feet on the ground if you wish. The legs can rest long on the floor. Rest and integration allow your body to find the comfort it deserves. It just moved you through a beautiful experience of grounding and gathering. revolving and rising, and energizing and expanding. Reward your body here with the rest it so deserves. As the breaths soften and the body receives the support of the earth, the ground beneath it, allow your intention to expand within you. This direction of where your life is pointed. Let the energy of where your life is pointed expand within you. Feeling it expand to your fingertips and your toes. Feel the body at ease as you begin to embody this direction, this intention. All constrictions fall away. The breath moves and flows with ease. Begin to feel yourself, your being, your body, your energy, even your mind settling into your intention. Settling as you give yourself permission to embody your dreams. And here, as you're making up your mind, as you are affirming your intention, the energy of the universe is moving in, conjured, drawn to your focus. And the universe now conspires to make your intentions reality. And with the energy of the universe, planets, your mind, your heart, all gathered around you. Allow your breath to deepen, returning once more. As you return to this version of yourself who is radiant, who is energized, expansive, who is also grounded and stable. As the breath is deepening, the body begins to awaken now, wiggling the toes, the ankles, knees and hips, wiggling the fingers, the wrists, elbows, and shoulders. And then stretching, reaching, yawning yourself awake. And then rolling yourself over onto one side, give yourself a hug. Hug all versions of yourself, past, present, and future. And then using the support of your top arm and an exhale, press yourself into a seated position, more present, expansive, brighter and lighter. And then bringing your palms into prayer position at your heart. Let's honor ourselves and each other with the healing tone of Om. Inhaling. And hands resting on the heart, offering up a heart prayer. I'll say it twice. Feel free to join me when you're ready. With great love and respect, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. With great love and respect, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. So thank you from the depths of my heart to your heart for joining me today. If you want more yoga, feel free to come back as often as you'd like. You can also subscribe. I'd love to hear where your life is headed. I'd love to hear how this practice landed for you and any requests that you have for yoga practices. I will see you next time.